So I just ended my previous Howling Stones West video like 5 minutes ago, and then I came in here and Tanu had killed a few of these things at the entrance, and I decided I would run in and see what was going on. The first 2 of 4 had respawned. Figured, okay, why not? I'll try it again, and I'll make another video while I'm at it. So here you have it. I'm going to do my best to approach my... God, I cannot keep this stuff rooted. I'm going to do my best to break in intelligently this time, instead of just kind of face rolling my way in there and getting the best of me as a result. So what that means is I'm going to be watching the pathers with blind sight until it's a good time to go in. And when I go in, I'm going to... Well, I'm not just going to face roll in there, basically. That's the gist of it. My problem, for anybody who actually watched the last video all the way through, my issue was that a couple of things. First thing was that I did just calm the 2 mobs and run in there, hoping I would be able to have enough time to get one of them charmed and start fighting. And that bit me in the ass because the Pather came around the corner too quickly and brought the 3rd static mob with him. And then the second problem was that I had forgotten to cast shielding and resist magic on myself. So I kept mezzing myself when I tried to AoE mez the 2 skeletons that were on me. Which wasn't as bad as it could have been, kind of, because the skeletons, one of the 2 of them kept resisting anyways. And so I kept getting hit and knocked out of my own mez quickly. But it was a little vicious cycle, and I had caught one of the biles in a mez also, so I had 3 things aggroed on me. And wasn't able to get them locked down, and Calm was going to wear off the 4th mob pretty soon, and there was still going to be a 5th mob, the 2nd Pather, who was going to show up eventually. So I ended up getting everything mezzed up and gating out. Now I'm back in here. I just killed the first 2 of the 4 mobs that respawn around the corner, and I'm going to, I'm fully buffed this time, going to carefully, more carefully, see about dealing with this time. I'll take my time going in so that I can try to get that first little area cleared. It's not so bad once you've got something cleared. I don't think there's safe spots really in here. So it's a little tricky in terms of you gotta keep playing and stay ahead of things because there's no spot to hide where you can then catch up if you fall behind. This sucks that I don't have a... Sucks that I don't have a caster here. Killing these 2, even if I don't get full XP on them, it's going to take me a while to med up afterwards. I'm tempted to just take this bile straight through and either try to pull him back to see if stuff will path back through that wall, or just go in there and fight and hope I can survive it. But that's what I just said I wasn't going to do, so I guess I shouldn't do that, huh? I will, I'll kill these guys out here and then make a go of it inside. While I'm waiting on my pet to do his thing out there, I'm going to try and keep an eye on the Pathers in here and trying to remember a little more clearly what goes on with them. Why is he... Good lord, that took forever. Were there actually 2 Pathers in there? Or did I just... Maybe I did aggro that 3rd mob. I don't remember. I'll keep an eye on him and see. Oh, there are 2. Okay. I really want to know if those mobs will path up through this little fake wall here, or if they'll path around and train me. It'd be a lot easier to break into here if you can just target the one guy in the corner and cast lulls on him until you get a fail, and then he'll come running with his one buddy also, but that's it, assuming the pathers aren't standing there. And then that would... You could either kill both of them or kill one of them and then use him as a pet to push further in, but it would at least give you some more wiggle room in there and avoid the possibility of needing to deal with 5 mobs at once in there when they're on the verge of what I would like to kill for XP. Come on, Pat. Gotta hit him. Drops in here are craptastic. You get some 51 to 54 spells for every class, but that's about it. When I first came in here and started XPing at the entrance, I was getting, like, off those golems in there, I feel like I was getting a lot of gem drops, like rubies, you know, emerald rings, stuff like that. And I was actually thinking they must have changed the drops in here, because I don't remember ever getting decent gem drops off trash in here before. But now I'm not getting anything again. So I got a 1 ruby yesterday, I think, in an hour in here or something. So maybe I just had good luck. Or maybe the entrance mobs have different drops than the rest of the place or something. So, to recap my plan, that bile, and this one, and that skeleton in the corner, all stand still. This skeleton, and then a sepulcher skeleton also, path. I'm going to try to lull in there. Well, somebody's been soloing over in south. When the pathers are not nearby, in hopes of I'm gonna drop in and fight. I don't want to find out the hard way that stuff paths the long way around if I botch the trying to pull him back through the wall method. So you guys have already watched me kill these 2 mobs enough times, or these 4 mobs right here enough times, so I'm going to make a concerted effort to actually survive dropping down into here. We'll see how it goes. Alright. You know, damn, there's not a lot of room there, is there? I was thinking about trying to grab this guy and fight in the hallway instead of fighting right back here in this corner. I'm gonna grab him. Well, at least the harm touches are all gone. Holy shit. There's my runes gone too now. So what I'm thinking is I might try to keep these golems here lulled, calmed. That wasn't what I wanted at all. I was hoping that I could keep my pets fighting over there in the corner, and then I could keep these golems lulled while the skeletons kill each other, and then I have some wiggle room. But, yeah, this dude didn't want to stay rooted, or I forgot to root him one way or the other. I'm gonna calm these guys again here in like another 20 seconds, and hope I don't get a crit fail adding to the fight, as the second pather is probably going to be coming around pretty soon too. Calm lasts 3 minutes, so casting 2 more should give me enough time to, assuming they don't aggro, should give me enough time to kill these 3 skeletons and be able to work in here finally. Awesome. Okay. So. Going alright. It sucks. I need to keep Tosh ready in case I get the ad, because even Mez apparently resists without Tosh in here, which is kind of a little surprising to me. But I want to keep Berserker Spirit up too, because my rune is... Oh, my rune's gone. I didn't realize it was gone. I need to recast that. Well, at least my pet's going to finish this one off, it looks like. And, theft of thought. Excellent. Well, this is by far the most successful of my attempts to drop down in here. Can turn south quickly still, though, but as long as I can get 2 things dead, then it's workable. But the way it was, you know, I'm trying to deal with 4 or 5 mobs at a time is just not a good idea in a relatively tight space when the stuff is, you know, high enough that it's not going to just stay put nicely. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pet and move away from these golems. Although, maybe I'll just let my pet get killed here. I don't see the other pather coming yet, and I can duck around the corner so that I don't get this guy adding. And that second golem won't aggro for another minute and a half or so. Long enough to let my pet die, pick the other golem up as a pet, and stick him on this one that's already getting beat down. Here comes the other pather. A little too soon for my liking. I would have liked if he were. I hope I have enough room to not get screwed here. AoE mez these guys to keep them in place, at least until my pet's not mezzed anymore. Alright. Come on, break that mess. So things are calmed down a little bit now. At least I know these are the only 3 I have to worry about for the next, like, 20 minutes. Should be able to get them taken care of for some XP, and then proceed down the hallway. There's no reason I couldn't have done this the first time I came in here. The thing I always say... Oops, being a little slow on my words. The thing I always say about enchanting is that it's not about whether you have good luck or bad luck. It's whether you plan properly for the possibility that you do have bad luck. And I did not plan properly. I didn't look for the pathers. I didn't have the right buffs up. I just kind of charged in here. The first time not knowing exactly what I was dealing with, and the second time knowing what was in here but not being prepared for it. And in both cases, it's going to end poorly for an enchanter. But what are you going to do? I'm in here to get some XP this time. Things are relatively under control. Not sure if those two are close enough to hit each other. Apparently not. There you go, pet. Wish I had more coffee. I have to go make some more. This inbox guy said that they were thinking about bringing a crew in here. I don't know if he meant into west or if he's talking about north or what. I ask. I wonder why NPC melee range is longer than pets. You know, I can see these white hits are the NPC, but my pet's green hits aren't showing up. I don't know if the spot that the hits occur is what it is. So, like, will I see blue hits but not white ones over here? Nope. NPC hits appear from farther away than pets, apparently. Or at least from the same distance. Oh, yeah, that's weird. Oh, bullshit. You asshole. Literally, the second I was about to break it, his harm touch came off cooldown. Asshole. Okay. So, what I'm working with now is, as we saw through the wall, this guy stands here. A mob moves in and out of this room. I kind of want to bind sight on that mob when he comes out, because I want to see if anything in the room has line of sight to the outside, or if I can pull, like, this guy and the pather as he comes out of the room without picking up ads from inside the room. Once he decides to come out, anyways. I don't think that was the same skeleton. The same sepulchre skeleton that was wandering up and down the length of the hallway, but I could be mistaken. So just try to calm this guy. run up there and look in the room as a gnome, see what happens. The skeleton will probably come walking out and pull the whole room on me and get me killed, but well, I'll try it. Back myself all the way up. Skeleton looks friendly. Still scowls, ready to attack. Come on. Well, you can tell this stuff's higher level than other places. Get so many resists on Calm. High Charisma avoids the critical failure, which causes them to aggro, but high level means that I get lots of resists and lots of chances to get that crit aggro. Maybe there's not a mob in that. Oh, sneaky ass. I told you he was going to do it. Good thing I had enough resists that, worked out well for me. No. See, I think if I pulled right now this guy, that I would get just the 2 skeletons. But they both have their harm touch up, so that's not really a good idea. But, like, those 2 won't come, but I think that Bile Golem will aggro, will assist the Sepulchre skeleton if I have direct aggro. Right now, if I mez this guy, that skeleton might assist, but he'll be the only one that does. So I'm going to try it. No, I was wrong. He was not the only one that came. Juggle these because they're too spread out. I'm just going to root everything for now, and my pet will hit something here and see what happens. Shit. Well, at least he harm touched my pet before he decided to come kill me. Oh, okay, that works. I think you can probably just bypass these mobs right here. I could have invis versus undead and just run right past these 2. The one in the room wouldn't have been close enough to aggro me, and I could have gone down the hallway farther and fought down there, I think, but hey, I'm after XP, right? I'm not sure why that second skeleton came, though. I didn't think he was going to have line of sight to the one I mezzed. And I don't think this guy should have had direct aggro on me, so I don't think he should have come at me. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the direct versus indirect aggro. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe the line of sight wasn't quite the way I thought it was. And, oh, never mind, don't have to. rely on my magic resist gear that I was talking about earlier. Or not gear, spells. That worked anyways. You know, once you get above like 100 magic resist, you don't really run into problems with mezzing yourself. Even, you know, and then I think it's, I don't remember if it's 56 or 57. One of those two levels, when you ding it, then your own mez doesn't... Oh, I thought I rooted you. One of your mezzes no longer sticks on yourself, so you're totally immune to it, which is awesome. It still counts you as a target for the mez, so you can still... The AoE mez hits 5 targets, right? And so you don't want to have, you know, try to AoE mez 5 mobs when you're standing right next to them, because it'll try to hit you too. But pretty small detail. Whew. It's tough work in here. There's a lot of work just to kill that stuff for full XP. You know, how many I've killed? Like 11 mobs fighting my way through here, and it's been almost a 30-minute video already. That's actually not a bad killing speed, really, in terms of like making XP, but sure is slow when you're trying to move through a wing that has like 20 mobs between you and your initial end goal. I don't foresee myself getting to the end goal. I'll try to run through everywhere to show the wing, but not betting on getting all the way back and killing that guy, especially because dying right now would be nasty, because the level following a hell level, XP loss is worse. And I think it's also true for a hell level that follows a double hell level, and I don't want to lose a bunch of XP in here, especially because once I go in much farther, unless I die next to the pit where I can reach my corpse from the tunnels below, it'd be a real pain to get my body out of here. You know, it's harassed or Moss to use a Necro to summon me out, I guess. So, name mobs can spawn in this room. I don't remember specifically what. I think it's like 3 of the... It's a number of the names that can spawn in north, but not the best one, if I recall correctly. Oh, excuse me. Apparently I'm tired this morning. I would like to buff up and start this next group already, except I don't see casters. At least 2 of the 3 I can't theft a thought, so I'm going to med all the way up to full before I rebuff and pull this next group. A little farther in is a pretty... It's not a safe hallway, but it's like the safest spot you can be. This hallway that's dead in front of me. This one right here. I think there's 2 static spawns in it and 1 or maybe 2 pathers. But when you know the timer of the zone, once you clear it, you've got at least... It's as good as it gets for a safe spot to fight in this wing. I don't believe... There may not be a single safe spot in this wing. If there is, it's like tucked in a corner, and I'm not entirely sure it's actually safe. Some people just think it is. I seem to recall getting aggro there the last time I tried to tuck myself in there to hide from a bad pull. Pretty sure that pulling this guy is going to pull these ones too. It's only 3 mobs though. I'm going to... Now, do I want to try to calm this guy and then like AoE mez these guys? Or do I want to mez him and then immediately start an AoE mez on this guy and hope it, or this guy more intelligently, and hope it catches both of them? You know, do I want to risk playing with calm, or do I want to assume calm's not going to work and avoid it, but hope my mezes don't resist either? I think I'm going to go with the latter. Oh, hello. Apparently I'm going to be pulling back a little ways so that I don't have that guy to deal with when I pull the other ones. I guess I'm going to go the lull route. Probably safer overall. If this guy ever gets out of my way. Hopefully he paths far enough that see where he is. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Well, it worked. Kind of. They're too close. I'm gonna get that oblation as an ad when when he paths back, but that's okay. He's just a wizard, right? They're not that dangerous. There he is already. I'll just keep him mezzed in the background and let my pet die, and then I'll pick him back up and use him to fight these guys the rest of the way. Damn it, pet. Stay close enough to that bile. My pet's a buff little guy, apparently, because he's taking his sweet time getting killed here. Doesn't help that that bile, every time it hits him, apparently it knocks him far enough away that he can't reach him anymore. Gotta keep backing him off so that he moves close enough. I don't have much of a knack these days for keeping track of timers in my head. I used to be really good about keeping track of 4 ticks of mez time, you know, in my head and stuff like that, but these days, not so much. I just make sure I recast early most of the time. I do a pretty good job of not letting any slip past me. I obviously cast root far more than is necessary. Oh, that's a surprise. I didn't think those pathers were going to be back up already. Well, one more mob to let die, I guess. Not really earning a lot of XP in here in this process while I'm, you know, busy letting so many things die because I don't want to get overwhelmed. I'll just wrap this video up by showing you the next couple rooms where I would go if I were better at this game, apparently. And then I will run to the back and show you where the named guy, the final boss, spawns. Sneak past here. No, not quite. Oh well. Ooh, hopefully that's the pet that root wore off of. So the key, there's the key for the boss room. And a named can spawn in there. Where that healer spirit is, I think. There's 2 more down here. I don't know if I'm the second pather in the hallway. I killed quite a bit later than the first one, I think, so hopefully I'll be able to get full XP for all of these. Hopefully that didn't train me. We'll find out in a little while, I guess. I never know when something bugging in terms of Z-axis, like down a pit or over a corner or something, is going to cause the stuff below to aggro, and when it won't. I don't know. Very confusing to me. Tremas seems to be having as much luck with his XPing as I am. Break while I'm trying to type. That's just not even nice. I'm assuming I need a new rune anyways. Oh, I only have 3 up. Try to... I tell you, man. Try to finish these guys off without getting myself killed. Try to. Kinda wanna have to thought that guy again, if possible. Good lord. Theft of Thought was due shortly. I'm really just barely hanging on in these movies, aren't I? Even when I'm not dying and gating out, still not exactly prospering. Well, pushing the limits of what I'm capable of at level 55, apparently. Collecting lots of enchanter pages. Not any good at research, but I've got the pages for it. Alright, now I need to bust my butt down here and hide before... I don't think I can get much closer than that without aggroing him. I'm going to be sitting here for a little while, unfortunately. Boy, that's close. I don't know. I'm not perfect on aggro ranges. I think I'm okay right here. The static ones aren't going to come at me, but I don't know if that pather... I can't tell if he's closer. No, I guess I'm okay. So anyway, straight ahead of me is the drop down. It's a crazy little area of the zone because of the pathing. Stuff will path over this edge to come to you, but there's a pather that comes up through this door and stands right in front of it. And if you aggro him when you're down in this area, he runs all the way around this hallway and comes out a door that's over here and trains like a ton of shit at you. There, that guy. Holy cow. There's like 5 mobs or so in this room, maybe a pather or 2 that come from this hallway that's over here. You can lev straight across sometimes if you get lucky with whether there's living or dead mobs spawned or whatever. Beyond this door, there's a hallway that hooks this way, and then there's a door right here, the locked door, that gets you into the boss's room. I'm not going to try to pick up the key. I'll just see if I can kill these 2 guys in front of me here, get across this room to show you, just give you a peek in there, just for anybody who isn't familiar with the zone and cares. I really should just go XP somewhere, get myself far enough into 55 that I'm not in danger of losing it if I die a couple times, and then go check out. I don't know if I want to go to Permafrost or KC, Felks. Probably KC first, because it's the least interesting, best known of the zone. So I'll just run around in there a little bit, try to snipe named mobs from groups that are pulling slowly, maybe. You know, cool stuff like that, since I'm a nice guy. Being an anarcho-capitalist, sniping stuff that's been alive for very long is actually efficient for the economy as a whole, so people should thank me, not be mad at me. Haha. Oh, that's pretty lame, I know. Somebody thought they were critiquing me by saying I like the sound of my own voice. Yeah, so what? Why should I like anybody else's voice more than mine? But it's true. Although I'm also just kind of talking to fill the blank space because, you know, that's what's going on right now while I slowly med up. I really need a junk buff item so that I can position Berserker Spirit without needing to cast Berserker Spirit or another buff. That costs a lot of mana. Get Air Elemental up. These mobs in here are tough enough that I don't like. You know, with the stuff in North, Root rarely wears off early. So I can cheaply keep stuff rooted in place during Theft of Thought cooldowns. In here, Root wears off enough that keeping something occupied so that I can keep Theft of Thoughting it on cooldown is not as good of an idea. I probably need to use Dazzle for that, so like 2 Dazzles would give me enough time to get another Theft of Thought off. But I'm not really gaining a lot of mana in that process. I'm only, you know, Theft of Thought barely covers the mana cost of 2 Dazzles. I don't know if those guys are close enough together to hit them with an AoE mez or not. I also don't know if the stuff behind them, down below, will aggro if I pull them from where they stand. I will find out. Okay, we'll just do this. Okay, gets them both. Now we gotta find out if I'm gonna aggro stuff from below. I'm gonna be a little dangerous and pull them back just a little. I'm gonna try to that worked well. I don't know what Dumas does, but over the few years that I've known him, the recurring theme is that he's herding cats at work, and that's pretty much it. I guess that's why he brews his own beer. He always has something to keep himself happy when he's done with work. Come on, let's go, guys. cast some other buffs while I'm at full mana here. I don't know how much time I have until a Pather in this hallway respawns. I guess it's a while still. It was just that one oblation, and it's probably only 10 or 12 minutes ago that I killed him. Hopefully I can get one of these guys with an anarchy. Save myself some mana. I hate when stuff finishes fights like this. Like, is it worth charming them again? It probably is, because I don't need a lure, and the assholes will just break root as soon as I try to nuke one of them. Yeah, XP doesn't really seem to be any better in 55 than it was in 54. Whoa, look at that. A little mess of mobs down there. So I'll med back up again and see about getting across this room without dying so that I can show you the boss room, and then I'm going to be out of here. I should probably take it as a compliment that Drew Moss talks to me as much as he does, given that he doesn't like people. Wonder where the Azure Guard guys went. South, I assume. Be kind of fun being in there as a 51 shaman. I guess they've got Tosh and Mallow, so his stuff will still stick. Alright, so there's one goo, and then the goo that's up there, and a few undead. I might be able to flirt with disaster, lulling the two bile golems. And assuming I don't have to hat out of here because they fail and I'm getting nuked by a bunch of wizards and harm touchers are chasing after me, I'll then be able to invisiverse undead across the room to go show you the boss room. Before I do that, I'm going to switch it up here a little bit. So I don't have to mess around trying to recast stuff in the other hallway. I really need a Pegasus cloak. Okay, let's see how this goes. Well, that was easy. The moment of truth. Of course, when he's out of sight, I don't know if I calm him or aggro him. Some people think this is a safe spot here, but I'm not convinced it is. Just barely made it. So the named guy, the final boss, would be in this Spectre spot. And that door right there is a locked door. And that takes you to the entrance, I think? Maybe it teleports you out, I don't remember. But I'm done in here. I'm gonna gate myself out. 2 videos in West. Made it halfway through the zone once. Better than nothing, I guess.